It's finally soup season! Here we go with soups that can cure anything. Pazole edition.
So many things were supposed to go right today, and none of them did. I was going to make a butternut squash soup with grilled chicken on the side. I forgot to pull out the chicken and thaw it. I was going to make birria, but realized I don't have any beef. And then I was going to make something else, and also realized, oh, I was going to make curry, and I realized I don't have any coconut milk. So instead of beef, I happened to accidentally pick up, well, not accidentally, I purposely picked up pork. So instead of making birria, we're going to make pozole. It'll be fine. But for my pozole, I'm going to need about 4 to 6 ancho chilies. Looks good. 4 to 6 Guajillo chilies. And a couple chili de arbol. I'm going to use 3 because I like things a little bit more spicy. And while I'm getting that prepped and ready to go, I'm going to boil a bunch of water. I just put on 1.5 liters of water. So let's get started. First thing we are going to do is remove the seeds from all of our chilies. Oops, this is my trash bowl. And that's going to be my soaking bowl. We are ripping open the chilies and getting rid of as many seeds as possible. We do not want the seeds from these things. There are a lot of seeds in there. You don't need that. You don't want that. If 1 or 2 stays behind, it's fine, but you want to get rid of as many as possible. All right, my chilies are de-seeded. I'm going to just grab a couple of cloves, probably 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. Skin on is fine. We're going to blend this all later, and it's going to turn into a nice paste that we will use as a soup base. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are pretty big garlic, so I'm going to use 5 and call that good. Half an onion. Yeah, like this. All right, perfect timing. My water is just about done. And we're gonna let that steep for about 20 minutes. Off to the side. All right, here's my pork shoulder that is still half frozen, but we're gonna use it because that's what I've got. And I'm just going to cut it into quarters. As best I can, since there is a bone there. I'm not going to get through it with this knife. So I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to leave this fat on because that is going to give my my pozole flavor. All right. I'm going to turn this on to, there you go, saute. Get that heating up because we're going to saute this in there before we put our water in. Good amount of cumin. Good amount of paprika. We're just going to massage that right into the meat. Hands are washed. I want to add a little bit of pepper. And a bit of salt. Right, we're going to add a little bit of oil to the bottom of this pan. Look at that, it's already warm. You can tell because that oil is just moving around very easily. We're going to allow that to sear on all sides. All right, it's been a couple of minutes. We're going to flip these over. Got a nice little sear going on there. Let that go for another couple minutes. All right, we're going to flip these again. Look at how good that sear is, though. Time to flip again. All right, our peppers are ready, and we're going to throw everything into the blender. With a bit of the juice here. I'm going to add sea salt. I know that this is going to be cut with more water, a lot of liquid that's going to go into the pan, and chicken broth. So I want this to be strong, and it is. It actually tastes really good. So I think this is perfect. I don't need to add anything else to it. Once we get it in the pan with everything else, we might need to adjust flavors a little bit, but we'll figure that out. Fast rotation on this. Hey, actually, I think these are good. Yeah, this is good. Great, so now we're going to add a bunch of water in here. Our chili paste that we made. A bit of chicken bouillon. Chicken bouillon is supposed to be 1 tablespoon per 1 cup of water. I used a lot. So, sorry, 1 teaspoon to 1 cup of water. I used a lot of water, so I just put a bunch of chicken bouillon in there. So it'll work itself out. Stir it up a little bit. Oops. And my bay leaves are old and kind of small, so I'm going to use 3 and a touch. Now we are going to change this to pressure cook. and we are going to let that cook for about half hour, 45 minutes. And then I'll check on it. Should be just about good. Done at that point, I'll add in some extra hominy so that that can get cooking in there and gather up some of the flavor. And we'll start prepping the rest of the veggies in a few minutes. And again, I didn't have my microphone on. I chopped up cabbage, chopped up radishes, onion. Now I'm getting ready for some cilantro that I just rinsed off, so it looks very wet. Much better. Ooh. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, so these are going to be my toppings. And now I'm just waiting for that to finish cooking, and I am ready to go. Oh, actually, lemons. Squeeze the shit out of your lemons. It pops the capsules and releases all of the juice so that you get the maximum amount out. I'm only going to cut one of these. There we go. Now we've got all of our toppings. Put the rest of this back in the fridge. If you don't have a vacuum seal, close it most of the way. Suck the air out, lock it up, pretty close to a vacuum seal. Okay, it's been about half an hour. I'm going to go ahead and release this. Steam it because we have been pressure cooking. We're just going to let that vent until there's no more steam coming out, and then I'll put in our hominy or white corn or maize, whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah. Mmm. That is perfect. I can't even. Mmm. Yes. That's perfect. Go make it. Enjoy. That took me an hour and change because I was using a crock pot and went faster. This, if you were to cook it on the regular stove without a crock pot, would probably take around 2.5 to 3 hours because you really want to let it sit and absorb all the flavors. I started it late. I wanted to get it done quick. I threw it in a crock pot. Still worked out. Still delicious. Go make it.